Yo, what it is, YouTube? It's your boy, Dixie, coming back with another bullseye of a tutorial here today on the channel. So I wanted to talk about how to mix aggressive mainstream drill vocals. So this video applies to both UK drill as well as New York drill. So let's not waste no time. Let's get right into the video right away. The name of the artist that I'm doing today is M24, one of my favorite artists from the UK, literally. And if you guys are interested in the template, you could get it down below. But if you got a different suggestion for an artist, go ahead and drop it. I'm happy to get to it. So let's not waste no time. Let's listen to how we get them snappy drill vocals right now. Let's not waste no time. Let's go. Every day I hit M24, no scorer. I hit M24 and none. I was trying to explore that butt like Dora Bora. But that out of they run. Come through the six like wood like Drake. We were doing that just for fun. And you know I got wings like Lucker. Should've seen that boy got done. I stepped in looking like money. Bro stepped in looking all cruddy. Talks to the blade like Wesley Snipes. Now his trainers looking all bloody. FC slashed up, then I'm up ugly, yucky. I get right Kentucky. I say that bad guy UAV. It should've been 4, but we got unlucky. Everything got follow me reach. Every fed been retreat. Go check the news, cause the game really got receipts. Street, off gets left on screeds. Pete, tell me what the line on beats. Brand new rap just came with teeth, and my AP busted with some fleet. It was me and the butt down rover, tryna do it, tell my Nova. No, I ain't lacking, I'm rolling heavy. You can tell by a nigga persona. Skills on the pitch when I flick a Rabona. Woo! I had so much fun doing that M24 vocal template. One of my favorite artists from the UK. I should check him out. The name of the song is Back in Blood. But let's listen to how close I was able to get, to the original artist and everything like that. Let's see. Let's go. Come on.
Charge it to the game. Come get that shit back in blood. Really came from the bottom. I got that shit out of mud. Trust. How you for that bread just bust? There was us man bullying them. There was never them bullying us. Every day I hit M24 and a scorer. I hit M24 and none. I was trying to explore that block like Dora Bora. Back that out of they run. Crying to the streets like my words like Drake. We was doing that shit for fun. And you know I got wings like Lecker. Should've seen it when that boy got done. I stepped in looking like money. Bro stepped in looking all cruddy. Talks to the blade like Wesley Snipes. Now his trainers looking all bloody. FG slashed them, done them up ugly, yucky. I get fried Kentucky. And they get bass got a UAV. It should've been 4, but we got unlucky. Everything get follow me reach. In the day made feds retreat. Go check the news, cause the gang really got receipts. Streets, ups get left on streets. Pete, tell me what they line on beats. Brand new rap just came with teeth, and my AP busted with some fleet. It was me and a butt down rover, tryna do it, I tell my Nova. No, I ain't lacking, I'm rolling heavy. You can tell by a nigga persona. Skills on the pitch when I flick it Rabona. 2 in a ride, but I kept composure.
One of my favorite artists. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it right away. Really quickly, I'm gonna play what it sounds like with and without the template real fast. Let's go. I hit M24 and none. I was trying to explore that butt like Dora Bora. But that out of they run. Come through the six like wood like Drake. We were doing that just for fun. And you know I got wings like Lucker. Should've seen that boy got done. I stepped in looking like money. Bro stepped in looking all cruddy. Talks to the blade like Wesley Snipes. Now his trainers looking all bloody. FC slashed up, then I'm up ugly, yucky. I get fried Kentucky. I say that bad guy UAV. It should've been 4, but we got unlucky. Everything got follow me reach. Every fed been feds retreat. Go check the news, cause the game really got receipts. Street, off gets left on screeds. Pete, tell me what the line on beats. Brand new rap just came with teeth, and my AP busted with some fleek. It was me and the butt down rover, tryna do it, tell my Nova. No, I ain't lacking, I'm rolling heavy. You can tell by a nigga persona. Skills on the pitch when I flick a Rabona. Okay, so you guys get a general understanding. With drill vocals, you usually like to, make it sound really aggressive, The consonants, the sibilants is actually very, very important. So you hear in this video that the vocal has a lot of impact. No score, 20, like all of that impact is important for drill music because that's how you make the vocals sound aggressive. Human beings, somebody could be talking to you very aggressive, like, I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna do it. But you ain't gonna believe it. It's not very convincing. It's the consonants in the words. I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna like that impact in the words, gives that sense of urgency. So that's important with M24. He kind of got a deep voice, so I was aggressive with the how much I rolled off, rolling off like 142, and then after that, just a basic EQ move, just leveling out the low end of his vocal, and I pushed a little bit of top as well, to enhance those nuances, those consonants that I was talking about. M24, no scorer. I hit M24 and none. I was tryna explore that butt like Dora Bora, but that out of they run. Come through the six like wood like Drake. We were doing that just for fun. And you know I got wings like Lucker. Should've seen that boy got done. I stepped in looking like money. Bro stepped in looking all cruddy. Talks to the blade like Wesley Snipes. Now his trainers looking all bloody. FG slashed up, then I'm up ugly, yucky. I get fried Kentucky. I say that bad guy UAV. It should've been 4, but we got unlucky. Every team got follow me reach. Woo! Accent on point. Accent on point. That was too easy. I had so much fun doing that. You know, I'm from South Florida, so I grew up with like Jamaican. I grew up with all types of people. That's the only way I'm able to even do these impressions, because I grew up with all types of people speaking different languages and all types of cultures and all types of personalities, people coming from different states, different cities. So it's so easy for me to do like these vocal templates because that's my life skill. You know, that's why I always say music is about life perspective. Next thing after that, you know, a drill vocal understanding has to have a lot of impact, a lot of solidity. You know, I was doing aggressive gating just to give it that sense of tightness. You know, using the gate is kind of like if you put your head underwater, you know what I mean? You put your head underwater essentially, right? So this is kind of like that difference between you being underwater and you being above water. So with the gate, it just kind of like tightens up, you know, everything. Kind of like if you're underwater and you're not breathing, you're like, you know, that's kind of what a gate does. It tightens up the vocals. So that's what I was looking for. And I was aggressive with the R comp. Brought in the R comp very early. I usually never do that, but we did. I hit M24 and none. I was trying to explore that butt like Dora Bora, but that out of they run. Come through the six like wood like Drake. We were doing that just for fun. And you know I got wings like Lucker. Should've seen that boy got done. I stepped in looking like money. Bro stepped in looking all cruddy. Talks to the blade like Wesley Snipes. Now his trainers looking all bloody. FG slashed up, then I'm up ugly, yucky. I get fried Kentucky. I say that bad guy UAV. It should've been 4, but we got on. So the RVox adds like a beautiful, beautiful brightness. You know, actually the RVox kind of reminds me of the CL1B plugin, crazy enough. But it actually is a little bit more aggressive with less controls. Sometimes as a beginner, you want to use less controls. You want to know why? That's less ways of you fucking it up. And on top of that, it's already a great sound as well. So we have a de-esser. It's very important when it comes to drill music, shaping the top end of the vocal, you know, making sure the consonants are not harsh. As you can hear in my music right here with this song, you hear the impact, you hear the pointiness, of that knife. You know what I mean? With the de-esser, I just took the vocal from being a very sharp knife to a very sharp pair of scissors. You know what I mean? Which one you think is going to do more damage to the ears? You know, so that's very important with something like the de-esser. It's really quote unquote taming the harshness, but I really see it more in a way like how much impact of the words do I need? You know, people always say, you got to de-ess, you can't have any harshness in your vocal. But harshness is actually a really, very good thing, because like how I said in the beginning of the video, you know, the harshness lets you know how aggressive somebody's talking about. You know, it's the language of making music. When somebody says, I'm gonna hit you, I'm gonna fight you, that's not really convincing. You're gonna be like, man, you capping, fam, you ain't gonna do shit to me. But then when somebody's like, man, I'm gonna fight you, like, man, I'm gonna do something to you. Like, once you hear that, your human ear is already adapted to the consonants to know that means aggressiveness, impact. So if you're going for a drill vocal, let a little bit of harshness come through. Just don't let it overly be harsh. You feel me? Let it be a sharp pair of scissors and not a sharp knife. I hit M24 and none. I was trying to explore that butt like Dora Bora, but that out of they run. Come through the six like wood like Drake. We were doing that just for fun. And you know I got wings like Lucker. Should've seen that boy got done. I stepped in looking like money. Bro stepped in looking all cruddy. Talks to the blade like Wesley Snipes. Now his trainers looking all bloody. FG slashed up, then I'm up ugly, yucky. I get fried Kentucky. I say that bad guy UAV. It should've been 4, but we got unlucky. So not doing too much de-essing. You know, the de-essing is kind of gonna be like a homework project in school, you know, and I'm gonna let the multiple kids do it. You know, I'm not gonna leave the de-essing all onto one kid to put everything on his back and try to carry the weight. I'm gonna spread it out, okay? One of the de-essers is also, you know, we're gonna look at it pretty much, but you know, it's gonna be multiple methods of de-essing. It's not just gonna be one person doing the whole project by themselves. So yeah, another one of my you know, classic presets. I'm finding this preset to be useful in every single template I've been making lately. So this is the REQ, and my preset is the balance preset. So presets are pretty good, but usually you should be trying to make your own presets, you know, because your voice is a certain way, you know what I mean? Once you kind of get your shoe size, you kind of know when you go to the store, whatever, you don't really have to start guessing what shoe is gonna fit you. Once you know what fits you, maybe you want to save a preset so you can recall it, and it's kind of like a, you know, you already know you a size whatever, and you can fit into that shoe again. You know, if you know that the vocal is a certain way, you could keep using it, or this EQ move works for you a lot, use it, you know? Scorer, I hit M24 and none. I was trying to explore that butt like Dora Bora, but that out of they run. Come through the six like wood like Drake. We were doing that just for fun. And you know I got wings like Lucker. Should've seen that boy got done. I stepped in looking like money, bro stepped in looking all cruddy. Talks to the blade like Wesley Snipes. Now his trainers looking all bloody. FG slashed up, then I'm up ugly, yucky. I get fried Kentucky. I say that bad guy UAV, it should have been for. Makes it really sound like a song, you know, just rolling off a little bit at low end, really pushing the vocal back. It makes it really start to sound like a song, like the beat, like it's like the vocals are now starting to become a part of the beat, you know what I mean? And after that, we have something like the C4. The preset I was using. It's very important to understand compression when it comes to drill vocals. The word that comes to mind is responsiveness. You need to make sure that your compressor is moving as fast as the rapper's flow, because if not, it's gonna mess up the whole vibe of the the music. So pay attention to my release times. The release time is critical. Look at that, fastest release time on the top end. That's where the consonants are at. That's where the impact is at. I don't want the impact to get held back. I want the impact to have a sense of urgency. That's what keeps the drill vocals like da 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 da. That's why they call it drill, because drill is something that cuts through. A drill is something that's aggressive. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's how I perceive drill. Maybe somebody sees it a different way. But let's listen to the multiband. It was doing a good amount of heavy lifting on the high end. No, I was trying to explore that butt like Dora, Bora, but that out of they run. Come through the six like wood like Drake. We were doing that just for fun. And you know I got wings like Lucker. Should've seen that boy got done. I stepped in looking like money, bro stepped in looking all cruddy. Talks to the blade like Wesley Snipes. Now his trainers looking all bloody. FG slashed up, then I'm up ugly, yucky. I get fried Kentucky. I say that bad guy UAV, it should've been for, but we got unlucky. Everything got follow me reach. Every fed been feds retreat. Go check the news, cause the game really got receipts. Streets off gets left on streets. And it's like the goddamn multi-band is doing jumping jacks. The release time, you see how the release time is just pumping and grooving. Very, very, very important for a fast rapper, or even for just drill vocals. Sometimes what I even do though, like if I was doing a real mix, like, okay, you see how my vocals are, right? And it's going to the lead vocal bus. I would probably put like a compressor in front of it, like a CL1B or R comp or whatever type of compressor that pretty much all the tracks where the person is rapping fast, they would have their own compression. And all the tracks where they're rapping normal, they would have the same exact compressor. So it's the same sound, but different release times, if I can explain it. I'll probably go into it in a little further detail. Drop it down below if you want to see me make a video about that. I'll talk about that. Then we have the CLA 76, understanding out the gate, if the rapper's rapping fast, I need compressors that could keep up with it. Sometimes a lot of those throwback analog compressors, LA2A, even a 3A, even a CL1B, sometimes those optical compressors can't keep up with a rapper that's rapping as fast as this, like with drill music and everything like that. I'm just saying, because the release time, the transition, by the time he gets to the next word, the compressor is still holding on to the signal. That's not what you want. You want the compressor to flow, to bump and groove with the rapper's flow. So I used one of the fastest compressors, which is the CLA 76 with one of the fastest release times. So pay attention to that. Let me see if I bring the release back. Does it sound like, it's going to slow down the rapper's flow? Sometimes that also might be a very good technique if the rapper is rapping fast, right? And you're trying to add a little bit of swag to the vocal. Maybe you could slow down the release time to give a little bit more bump and groove. So I'm gonna mess around with it. Bora, but that out of they run. Come through the six like wood like Drake. We were doing that just for fun. And you know I got wings like Lucker. Should've seen that boy got done. I stepped in looking like money, bro stepped in looking all cruddy. Talks to the blade like Wesley Snipes. Now his trainers looking all bloody. FG slashed up, then I'm up ugly, yucky. I get fried Kentucky. I say that bad guy UAV, it should've been for, but we got unlucky. Everything got follow me reach. Every fed been feds retreat. Go check the news, cause the game really got receipts. Streets off gets left on streets. Pete, tell me what the line on beats. Brand new rap just came with teeth, and my AP busted wrist on fleek. So most important thing with the release time, now you can start to hear the transitions of the words. Which one sounds like a person? Pay attention. The release time is like two people. The faster release is kind of like that person who's rushing to get to work. He's in traffic, swerving through lanes. But the slower release time sounds like that grandma riding in that car, driving so slow, driving like 20 miles per hour with nowhere to go. So that's an important tool to understand with compression, the release times, like. After that, we have, of course, my favorite, fresh air. So yeah, just adding some of that mainstream vibe to something like that drill vocal. Let's look. I hit M24 and none. I was trying to explore that butt like Dora, Bora, but that out of they run. Come through the six like wood like Drake. We were doing that just for fun. And you know I got wings like Lucker. Should've seen that boy got done. I stepped in looking like money, bro stepped in looking all cruddy. Talks to the blade like Wesley Snipes. Now his trainers looking all bloody. FG slashed up, then I'm up ugly, yucky. I get fried Kentucky. I say the best guy UAV. It should have been 4, but we got unlucky. Everything got follow me reach. And I like the fresh air because at that point I'm starting to boost the sibilance. Literally, I've got the transients of the vocal in control, right? That high mid energy, and now I'm starting to boost the sibilance. I'm literally starting to boost the harshness. Don't listen to people who try to limit you in music. Don't listen to people who try to limit you in life. There is technically no rules to music. It's just guidelines. But never listen to somebody who says, you got to get rid of all the harshness, because the harshness is the balls of the music. If the artist is projecting, yeah, I'm from the streets and I'm going to do this, and I know, I can hear it in M24's music that he is everything he's about, I need to enhance that. That's my responsibility as an engineer. I need to enhance those high mid transients that's to make it sound so convincing what he's saying. You feel me? So after that, let's look at the de-esser that I have right here, and just a little bit more smoothing. After I brought the fresh air, making music is like push and pull, push and pull. I hit M24 and none. I was trying to explore that butt like Dora Bora, but that out of they run. Come through the six like wood like Drake. We were doing that just for fun. And I got wings like Lucker. Should've seen that boy got done. I stepped in looking like money, bro stepped in looking all cruddy. Talks to the blade like Wesley Snipes. Now his trainers looking all bloody. FG slashed up, then I'm up ugly, yucky. I get fried Kentucky. I say the best guy UAV and shit. So yeah, pretty much, it was the de-esser, the C4, and also this other de-esser right here doing a little bit of that work. Also even the CLA 76 too, that's why I always try to say I don't like to track with a CLA 76 because it's gonna compress the high mid energy. That's where the harshness is at. So if you like record with that on the way in, for some people it works. For singers, I feel like it works the best, but for rapping, I like optical compression on the way in. Most important thing that Nick is trying to say though is that even that with the faster attack, understanding that most of the fast energy is in the transients. Look at my 76. Look at how it's kind of responding to the harshness. So I'm actually kind of like de-harshing it with the 76, if that makes sense, with that kind of like fastish attack. Just pay attention to how most of the 76 is triggered by the actual consonants, the I hit M24 and none. I was trying to explore that butt like Dora Bora, but that out of they run. Come through the six like wood like Drake. We were doing that just for fun. And I got wings like Lucker. Should've seen that boy got done. I stepped in looking like money, bro stepped in looking all cruddy. Talks to the blade like Wesley Snipes. Now his trainers looking all bloody. FG slashed up, then I'm up ugly, yucky. I get fried Kentucky. I say the best guy UAV. It should've been 4. But you see how like the S is the is really making the compressor work. So that's something that you actually have to balance your signal out before it even hits the 76 for something like that to even be that way. But I'm compressing that high mid, just kind of putting the microphone glass on it that you can hear the harshness of the vocal. So harshness is not a bad thing. You just got to manage that harshness. See, that's the thing about people who tell you that harshness is bad. Whose fault it is that you're not a good mixing engineer and you don't see the beautifulness of the harshness. Like you don't see that life is harsh. So because life is a little bit harsh, you got to put a little bit of harshness in the music. If you're talking about being a harsh life, being in the streets, well, obviously you got to put it in the music. So the people who said you got to cut off the balls of the music, cut off the harshness, hey, that's your fault. You don't know how to mix. Every part of the human vocal is beautiful. You just got to know how to present it in the music. After that, we have the SSL channel. And interestingly enough, I'm using the limiter to make it sound really, really abrupt on M24's vocal. Now his trainers looking all bloody. FG slashed up, then I'm up ugly, yucky. I get fried Kentucky. I say the best guy UAV. It should have been 4, but we got unlucky. Everything got follow me reach. Every fed me feds retreat. Go check the news, cause the game really got receipts. Street off gets left on screeds. Pete, tell me what the line on beats. Brand new rap just came with teeth, and my AP busted wrist on fleek. It was me and the butt down rover, tryna do it, tell my Nova. No, I ain't lacking, I'm rolling heavy. You can tell by a nigga persona. Skills in the pitch when I figure a bona. That's the language of compression again. I'm showing you another example so you can easily understand this. Who sounds like they're in a rush? Who sounds like they're in a rush? And who is the other one that sounds like they're taking their sweet time? Exactly, the slow release time. So it's about the language of the compression. Now you're making the vocal talk a little bit different. Now that they kind of got that fast release time. Now it's a little now you hear the transitions in between the words. Now you're really feeling like, okay, M24 really about to do something to you. Now you really feel like that drill artist really about to step, like really do something. And that's the language of compression. So yeah, pretty important. And after that, just pretty basic effects, nothing to even really talk about. I don't like wasting my time and talking about stuff I always talked about. But the CLA 76 on all buttons in mode, fastest release again, adding that pumping effect to M24's vocal, and then using something like an L1, bringing in a little bit of digital distortion. So digital distortion analog distortion, two beautiful things, all right? Don't ever let nobody tell you that, oh, you can only make soup with tomatoes. Oh, if you don't have potatoes, you can't make soup. Oh, if you're not using this, or this, you can't be this and this and that. People, it's not just music, it's life in general that people will try to tell you can't do anything, but don't limit yourself. Just because those people have limited themselves, don't limit yourself. Don't limit yourself. Please don't. You never know. You might figure out a new sound or a new sauce. So yeah, let's look at the ad-libs.
Every day I hit M24, no scorer. I hit M24 and none. I was trying to explore that butt like Dora Bora. But that out of they run. Come through the six like Wood like Drake. We were doing that just for fun. And you know I got wings like Lucker. Should've seen that boy got done. I stepped in looking like money. Bro stepped in looking all cruddy. Talks to the blade like Wesley Snipes. Now his trainers looking all bloody. FC slashed up, done I'm up ugly, yucky. I get fried Kentucky. I say that best guy UAV. It should've been 4, but we got unlucky. Every team got follow me reach. Every fed been feds retreat. Go check the news, cause the game really got receipts. Street off gets left on streets, Pete.
And if you know M24, you know he loves to do that little ad-lib. Oh my God, I love that ad-lib so much because with drill music, there's a sliding bass, you know, the ooh. So it actually is very melodic. It's actually very genius, a very genius ad-lib. You know, he does and you know, with drill music, the bass goes like So I don't know, it's just amazing. That's why I love making music so much. Most importantly, you know, we got a preset right here, you know, just, you know, rolling off the lows, keeping a little bit of the top. I still want you to hear the articulation. That's why I did a little resonant boost kind of right here, a little peak boost right there. And main thing, let's look at this type of situation that I got going on. We got an R compressor that's doing upwards compression. And then after that, we have the RVox, which is giving me the gating, right? Okay, and then after that, we have the limiter. We have the L1 limiter as well right here, which is doing that. So interestingly enough, you guys ever seen a cartoon where, you know, they pull a prank on the person, they push them through the door and there's like a brick wall? Like even Tom and Jerry's like that, where they open the door and there's a brick wall. So I kind of had that imagination, the ear imagination when I was mixing, pretty much like I'm pulling a prank on the ad-libs. I'm pushing the ad-libs upwards with the upwards compression. Then I'm opening up the door with the RVox. And then I'm using the L1 limiter to slam it into a brick wall. Kind of like Tom and Jerry, if you guys know what I'm talking about. Or the Coyote, you know, a situation like that. But the most important thing about it was like the actual movement of the ad-libs. Like I didn't want the ad-libs to extend like this. Like, you know, like the upwards compression would have just completely put it in front of you. What I wanted to do is I wanted to push it, but then make it stop like I wanted to like look at my hands. Like I didn't want it to be the ad-libs to be like this. I wanted it to be like that. You know what I mean? So let's listen to the actual movement. That's why compression has nothing to do with taming peaks. You know, I had somebody come in my comments like, oh, somebody told me that compression is about taming peaks. I don't care what nobody else taught you. If you come into my channel, congratulations. Welcome to a no bullshit zone. We gonna tell you the truth. We gonna give you the game. We gonna give you the gems. Whatever somebody taught you, you know, if you feel like that's gonna help you, you could keep it. But now that you're watching my channels, you know, why now you're watching my videos, you should already know that, hey, you know, like if you have any wrong information in your head, you gotta unlearn it. Compression is not about taming peaks, it's about the tone, about the weight. You see how I just showed you the thing about the grandma and the person who's, you know, moving fast with the release time? It's all about that. It has nothing to do with taming peaks. Are you kidding me?
Every day I hit M24, no scorer. I hit M24 and none. I was trying to explore that butt like Dora Bora. But that out of they run. Come through the six like Wood like Drake. We were doing that just for fun. And you know I got wings like Lucker. Should've seen that boy got done. I stepped in looking like money. Bro stepped in looking all cruddy. Talks to the blade like Wesley Snipes. Now his trainers looking all bloody. FC slashed up, done I'm up ugly, yucky. I get fried Kentucky. I say that best guy UAV. It should've been 4, but we got unlucky. Every team got follow me reach. Every fed been feds retreat. Go check the news, cause the game really got receipts. Street off gets left on streets, Pete. Tell me what the line on beats. Brand new rap just came with teeth and my AP busted with some fleets. It was me and the butt down rover, tryna do it, tell my Nova. No, I ain't lacking, I'm rolling heavy. You can tell by a nigga persona. Skills on the pitch when I flick a Rabona.
So yeah, that's pretty much what compression is really about. It's about so many other things. Anybody who ever said that compression was about taming peaks, they lied to you. You gotta start to accept that. They cap to you. They fucking lied to you. Okay, it has nothing to do with that. You see how we got a beautiful little conveyor belt going on? We got the RVox, the R comp, you know, doing like damn near 10 dB. It's adding volume, it's adding dynamic. So yeah, without this R comp, man, this ad-lib couldn't even get through that gate without that. We're pulling a prank on the ad-libs. We're pushing it into that door that has a brick wall right behind it. You know the cartoon, man. You know the damn cartoon. Stop playing. Don't act like you don't know. But yeah, after that, we had the SSL channel, you know, just doing a little compression, nothing crazy. Then we had the CLA vocals, literally only for the reverb and the delay, just to give it a new sound. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, we have a chorus stomp as well, just for a little effect. It didn't really make much of a difference. So I just want to say thanks a lot for being a great part of my YouTube family. This was my drill masterclass. So if you guys want to get this template, you're getting the lead vocal preset, the ad-libs, a mastering preset, as well as a beat leveler. So I just want to say thanks a lot for being a great part of my YouTube family. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.